Hello, you guys. Let's talk about solving proportions using cross products. This is a really cool way to do it. So here's how it works. A proportion would be A over B equals C over D. And you start at the denominator, at the B, and you shoot the arrow across. And it's a cross product. So you go across and multiply. So B times C would be here. And then you'd start at the D, shoot the arrow across, and A times D would be over here. And then you just let them drop straight down. So it's AD equals BC. Sorry, we got a new kitty over the vacation and she's chasing our pug. Okay, take a look at A. It says, tell whether the ratios form a proportion. So they gave us 4 over 26 and 8 over 42. So to check to see if they're equal, you just shoot the arrow across. So 26 times 8 on the right-hand side, and then start at the 42 and shoot the arrow across, 42 times 4 on the left-hand side. So let them drop down here, drop that equal sign with a question mark down, and then you just multiply. 4 times 42 would give me 168, and 26 times 8 would give me 208. So they are not equal, so the ratios are not a proportion. All right, so take a look at B right here. They want us to compare 12 over 21 and 20 over 35. So I shoot the arrow across, 21 times 20 goes over here, and then I start at the 35, shoot the arrow across, 35 times 12 goes over here, and when I multiplied them, I found 420 and 420, so I brought down the equal sign. They are equal, so those ratios are a proportion. All right, and then cross product property, they just show you here, given that 2 over 5 equals 6 over 15, you know that, and then you could shoot the arrow across, 15 times 2 equals 5 times 6, because they both equal 30. If it was in algebra, A over B equals C over D, you would shoot the arrow across and you would know that AD equals BC. All right, let's talk about example 2. You earn $68 mowing 4 lawns. How much would you earn if you mowed 7 lawns? So try to set up a proportion with the first fact that they gave us. Okay, take a look. $68 and 4 lawns. So I put $68 over 4 lawns, then I put an equal sign. Then I know I have to have dollars over lawns. Well, the only other information they gave me was 7 lawns, so I put that down in the denominator, and X would be the dollars. So once the labels help me set it up, I just do the cross products. So starting at the 4 shooting across to the X would give me 4X, so I put that here. I brought down the equal sign, start at the 7 and shoot across, 7 times 68, and I put that over on the left-hand side. So now I just multiply. 68 times 7 gives me 476. 4 times x gives me 4x. So to solve for x, I have to get rid of the 4, so I divided by 4 on both sides of the wall. So I got 119 equals x. And that means if I mowed 7 lawns, I would earn $119. Okay, let's see if I can do this without the animals going crazy here. Okay, so tell whether the ratios form a proportion. They gave us 9 over 39 and 15 over 65. So the first thing I do is reduce if possible. So I divided by 3 on the top and the bottom of the left-hand side, and I divided by 5 on the top and the bottom of the right-hand side. So I got 3 over 13 equals 3 over 13. Well, of course, I know they're equal, so I just said yes, they form a proportion. All right, take a look at number 2. I had 12 over 45, and is that equal to 6 over 28? So I reduced, I divided the left fraction by 3 on the top and the bottom, and the right fraction by 2 on the top and the bottom. So I got 4 over 15. Does that equal 3 over 14? So then I did the cross products. 15 times 3 gave me 45, and I brought that down here. And then I started at the 14 and shot the arrow across. 14 times 4 gives me 56, and I brought that here. And then when I brought down the equal sign, of course they're not equal, so I put a slash through it. And so these fractions do not form a proportion. Okay, take a look at 3. Now they want us to use cross products to solve the proportion. So they gave me 14 over 42 equals x over 6. Well, first I would reduce, so 14 over 42. I know 7 is the greatest common factor, so that gave me 2 over 6 equals x over 6. And then they wanted me to use cross products, so I went ahead and shot the arrow. 6 times x gives me 6x, and I put that here. Then I start at the 6. 6 times 2 gives me 12, and I brought that down. To solve for x, I have to get rid of the 6, so I divided both sides by 6, so I got x equals 2. Okay, take a look at number 4. 4 over 9 equals 16 over x. I can't reduce anything, so I just went ahead and did the cross products. So starting at the 9 times 16 gave me 144, so I brought that down. And then x times 4 gives me 4x, so I brought that down, and I brought down the equal sign. And then I have to get rid of the 4, so I divided both sides by 4, and I got x equals 36.